Hi, White Lotus fans. Welcome to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. Today we'll talk about the White Lotus Season 3, Episode 2. It's called Special Treatments. Who doesn't want special treatments, right?
Exactly.
You know what I really miss? I miss the old intro song, the theme song.
I know.
I want that weird, chaotic music to happen.
A little bit more like eclectic-y thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm in the White Lotus when I don't have that.
The tapestry's cool, though.
It is beautiful.
Yes, and I still want to try to like figure out what it all means.
Yeah.
But I never do.
No.
It's just weird.
No, but I miss that like intense music. This one will do, but whatever. Okay. Let's begin. Let's start with maybe the trio of girls.
Okay.
I shouldn't say girls, they're women. Yes. They're grown women. So I feel very interested by this dynamic.
Yes.
Okay, because we got the three girls, but it starts out with two of the girls talking. It's Kate and Jacqueline, and they're talking about Lori.
Okay.
And it is so funny because I will admit I'm kind of guilty of this. You talk about, like maybe they're like tired or like maybe they're not that happy, but they're beautiful and they're great. Like it's so interesting. What is that that you have to like, but I love them.
Yeah.
Like why do we do that?
Why do we have to talk about the friend who's not in the room?
Also, why do we have to?
Why? But we do. I admit, I'll do that. But why?
Is it
if whoever's out of the room is going to get talked about?
Is that the rule of thumb? I don't know, but because then it happens again, right? When Jacqueline's out of the room, and they're talking about, because there was sort of like an almost eye roll moment when Jacqueline was talking about how she's obsessed with her husband, or they're obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
And then later on, Kate and Lori talk about that, like, that they're so annoyed.
Yeah.
But it is, do you feel like that's just true friendship? Like that's just what girls do or men do, or they talk to each other, and then when they're alone, is that just, is he just pointing out the obvious with this, the writer?
I mean, I don't know. I want to say yeah.
Yeah, I think we all do that.
I know, I feel bad. I've always felt really bad that I do that.
The reason I ask that is because I'm like, oh my God, I do that. But does everybody do that? And is that it? Is that just how it works?
I know, isn't that sad?
Friendship dynamics.
Like sad commentary on humanity and our personal relationships.
Dang it.
That's like what we do.
I feel bad.
I mean, there might be people who don't ever do that.
If you're out there, let us know.
But you're lying.
But you're such a liar. No, maybe you don't do it as much. Lori does flat out even call Jacqueline a narcissist, which I think is funny. And again, what was the follow-up? But she's gorgeous.
Yeah. That makes everything okay.
Yeah, so it's okay that you're gossiping about them.
Yeah.
But I don't even actually know how to feel about them because they all do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, this one's worse than this one. I feel exactly the same about all three of those women.
I started to feel bad for Lori.
Yeah.
But then she participated in the exact same dynamic. So now I'm thinking it's just a commentary on the way we are.
Interesting.
And then, we'll see if it gets more.
Yeah.
I feel it's good. It's obviously on purpose, and it's going to lead to something. It's going to explode.
Oh, yeah.
The three girls are going to yell at each other.
It's starting to simmer. Not a boil yet, but it's simmering, right? Well, I also appreciate how the episodes go breakfast. They don't really talk about lunch, and then dinner. So at breakfast, let's talk about the good old Ratcliffe family. So the dad, husband, Tim Ratcliffe. So they show them in bed waking up. It looks like he slept in his clothes. Did you notice that? He had like his polo shirt on. Yeah, so obviously she sleeps very well, Victoria, because she pops those pills.
Yeah, she does.
Helps her sleep and relax.
She's got a pill for all occasions.
A pill for all occasions. Parker Posey, right? That's the actress. She's doing such a good job that I don't even recognize her.
I love her.
She's doing such a good job at the character of Victoria, whatever you want to call her.
Yes.
The fact that she gets such a kick out of Saxon, who's like gross. And she's like, oh, you're so crazy. But also, she talks slow. Her Southern accent is almost Appalachian in some ways.
It's like Southeast. Well, and what I love is that I'm not like I know exactly the effect that every single pharmaceutical has on people, but I feel like she acts different with the different drugs that she's taking. Because she's not always acting the same way.
True.
Right? Sometimes, so, No, you're right. She's doing great.
It's just like hard to watch her, but also I'm so fascinated by the way she's acting. Oh my gosh, there is a very awkward moment which she could care less about. Couldn't care less about. Is it could care less about? Couldn't. She could not care less about.
She cares already nothing. So
there you go.
Couldn't care any less.
Be. Kate of the trio of women comes up to her, says, "Oh, I know you from our friend's baby shower in Austin." She gave her very little, like, back.
I feel like she wasn't being rude. I think she really didn't remember.
That's funny. Or did, but the point she made was, okay, that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not like we
are friends. We didn't keep up.
So why should I give energy to you?
Right.
So in a way, I was like, yeah, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's just common courtesy or like that, like,
Small talk.
I hate small talk. First of all, I hate it. I get it, Victoria. Maybe that's a Victoria thing because my real name is Victoria. I don't know. But anyway, but I also will, like, in public settings, like, I know how to act.
Yeah.
What is it? Couth?
Yes, yes. You know social norms.
There we go.
Yeah.
That you just be like, oh, yeah. And she said, if I see her, I'll say you said hi. I would just be like, great, thank you. She was just like,
Yeah.
it's so awkward, but it's so good.
You kind of like it. Like, you wish you could be like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could get away with it and not have. Because then she goes back and is like, that was so awkward. But also, yeah, why does she have to be fake?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, are we onto something here?
I know.
No, we can't act like Victoria.
Well, like, her kids are like, Mom, that was so rude. They're gonna think you're so rude.
It's like,
and her
okay.
their mom's just like, whatever. Well, I haven't read it yet, but I keep hearing about this book where it's called Let Them. They're like, oh, they're gonna think you're rude. Well, just let them. It's kind of like she's embodying what I understand of that book, which is like, I don't care.
Let them.
Yeah, it's kind of maybe it's mentally good for her.
Okay, is Victoria gonna end up being the most healthy one of all of them? Because at this point, she might be.
She's like popping her pills, living the best life.
I don't know.
Not
if
a care in the world. I mean, she thinks her life is great, right? Her kids are beautiful.
Everything's
they're successful.
fine. Yeah. Well, anyway, somebody from the Washington Post called Tim's secretary, and okay, so there's something scandalous happening, and it's about money. We even hear the sound of maybe a business associate, which is totally Data from the Goonies. That's how I know him. That's his voice. I would bet money on it. But he said something about federal agents raided the office. Like, we're all going down. He's, like, going to kill himself. It's really bad.
I think he probably really is going to kill himself.
Do you think so?
I don't know, but it kind of sounds like it. Because doesn't this type of thing happen where people get so far in and then when they get caught, I've seen it in movies where they wind up killing themselves because they don't want to go to prison.
I mean, maybe you know what? Probably. In the White Lotus, that's probably what's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. In the White Lotus, people could just do that.
Yeah. You even see Tim, I think he just got off a phone call, look at his family. Like, what am I going to do with him?
Yeah.
How do I explain this? Because it's like, he could be,
Yeah. He's going
charged
to be,
federally.
for sure, because he's like, am I implicated? He's like, heck yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
dear.
So, that's ugly.
And this whole time, we're supposed to be trying to figure out also in the back of our minds who shoots up the place at the end.
Yes.
And so he's got some.
Maybe he's at the top right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Saxon still, is perverted. He gets a little aroused during a massage, and then he makes a joke about a happy ending, which I am, in my mind, I'm like, no, I don't think he was kidding. I think he really
he was
thought
serious.
that he was, right?
He was serious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has no filter, no understanding of social norms either. Like what's appropriate to talk about in front of people. He has no idea.
And like your family?
Yeah. Wait, so is that similar to his mom where he doesn't care? Maybe he gets it from her.
There you go.
Yeah.
Piper's clearly the black sheep of the family. Well, I would say Lachlan is, but he's I don't think he's developed enough to know. Because he seems to be in awe by Saxon, his big brother, but he's so sweet to Piper.
He's trying to figure himself out. I think there's still a chance for him.
I hope so.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Piper seems pretty normal.
So far. Was she the one doing yoga when that guy kept looking at her? Okay, that was her. I didn't recognize her for some reason.
I didn't at first either. Yeah.
So that's creepy. Cool.
Yeah, that guy was creepy.
But then we didn't see him again. But we need to keep an eye on him for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about Belinda and the hot guy? I didn't know his name. Now I know it's like Porn Chai or something, but I just know his name has porn in it. Porn Chai.
Which is very common, I guess, syllable in Thai names.
Yes, but I also
I know.
it was very pornographic the way they were touching each other. And I mean, he's hot. I totally get it. I just love, Belinda's great. The actress is so
she's
great.
so good.
When he comes out, she's like,
well, yeah, what is she supposed to do?
I guess she
She's
didn't,
so fit.
She didn't expect that. I didn't either. But yeah, they have to exchange
They're
massages,
coworkers.
right? Yeah, they're just, he's like, what?
That's not how you do it. You wear robes and stuff.
Oh, he's being suggestive of like,
It was, yeah.
we should be comfortable with each
Yeah.
other.
But
Anyway, I didn't mind it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
There is a moment where it seems like Belinda recognizes Greg, maybe, but then I did see the preview for next time, so.
So she doesn't quite. Yeah, I saw that too. But I think she's obviously has to put it together.
She will. I think 100% she will.
Because she was very close to Tanya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she got money from her for like her so.
Wait, she never ended up
She never got it, but she was supposed to.
Okay.
Oh,
yes. Okay, so Greg has the wife, the wife Chloe, who he says is French.
Right. Well, they're just boyfriend girlfriend.
Oh yeah, they're not.
And it's
they're
Gary.
Not.
So he's actually Greg, but he goes by Gary.
That confused me so much that I was like, Tori, how did you not know his name is Gary? I'm like, no, it's Greg. 100% it's Greg. But no, he's Gary right now.
Right now, he's the girlfriend thinks he's Gary.
He's Gary.
But
Belinda, too.
Belinda, if she remembers who he is, but only right now, I guess us, the audience, know him as Greg.
I don't want to call him Gary.
Yeah, so we can call him Greg.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they do a double date with Chelsea and Rick.
What an awkward
Yes.
date.
Okay, yeah, but the fact that he said you're French and she said I'm not French, I'm French Canadian, right? But so then am I naive? When Rick says, "Oh, she's a prostitute.
Same. I know what you're gonna say. When he said it though, you were like, "Oh, duh."
Yes. Dang it! How did I not?
Like a long-term situation.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because otherwise, how could he get her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rick is the person I'm second most intrigued by after Victoria because he's mysterious for sure.
Yes.
But I got to see another side of him this episode because the robbery we'll talk about, but the way he consoled Chelsea after, I was like, oh. And then they got intimate, so it's like, okay, he can be nicer because he called her an idiot, I think, a moron or something.
He has some, like, stress, and I believe that, like, she wants to help him get over it.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued by him, too.
Yeah, because I don't hate him like I thought it was going to just, it was all bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all bad this episode. So he's very resistant to treatment. And he goes and he does, I think, just to appease Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he's talking to this lady. And he has this horrible story about his childhood with his mom and his dad. Is that true? Because for a second I didn't think it was true.
Oh,
no, it is.
I kind of thought it was true.
Because it would explain why he's rough around the edges.
Yeah,
you know?
and I feel like he's going to go again. Like, he's actually going to keep going and then maybe
that out too,
get
right?
something. Yeah, like maybe he's actually going to start the work of therapy and it's going to be good for him. That would be kind of cool.
But something is very sus about why he wants to be in Bangkok when, oh God, I'm going to say her name wrong. Sritala's husband, he overheard Sritala's husband is there, got out of the hospital for stroke. Who is he to him?
Yeah,
is he related?
I don't get it either. Why does he want what? Yeah, so that's
the connection
interesting
there?
Too, right? Why is he obsessed with him, like meeting up with him?
How do you feel about Chelsea overall?
I like her.
I like her too. I
She's
get why it could be
favorites
annoying
now.
or a little too much, but I really feel like she does care about Rick, and it's not like because she does mention that she's a lot younger than him, but I don't think it's like that. I think she really does care about him.
Yeah, she wants him to be like mentally healthy.
Yeah,
it really sounds like that.
And,
So,
and I shouldn't say puts up with him because that's not a nice way of saying it, but it's like she obviously wants to be there with him.
And he's mean to her, but not like really mean.
Yeah.
Not like in an emotionally abusive way.
Yeah.
Like he's more like, I feel like he finds her very endearing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like.
I mean, annoying too. He gets annoyed with her too, but like
but he's never like belittles her. Or anything. At least not that I've noticed yet.
Not yet. No, I know. I was.
I'm like, oh, I like this couple more than
wasn't that
because
bad.
you didn't think it at the beginning when you met them. You're like, oh no, this is gonna be a bad situation. But yeah, I agree with you.
So Chelsea is there when the robbery happens, and now, obviously, Valentine is a part of this because he distracts Guy Talk. When because he's on his little motorcycle and he's talking to him and that little thing happens and then he's like he tries to stop him and then Valentine's like so anyway and he's like
I didn't even catch that.
Oh, that's just what I thought.
Okay, no, I can see that.
So I feel like he's in on this little robbery thing that happens. I feel bad because then Guy Talk, I love him. He's pistol whipped. So sad.
Oh God.
And now, what do you think about him and Mook and like what he said to her? And
so, one of our viewers said they don't like Mook because she's kind of like emasculating him, and I kind of saw that.
I saw it this episode.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking, because I don't have a good feeling about her, and
I
like
know.
he seems so sweet and innocent, and he's not picking up on that.
Yeah, and she is being like dismissive of him, and he's trying to be so like open and like put himself out there, and
he's like, our families know each other, and I like you, and we should go on a date, but she's not really giving him a lot, is she?
I know. I hope she's not in on this whole robbery thing.
Yeah, and then you can put that Valentine maybe at the top of the list if he's involved with armed robbery. Oh, did they have a gun? Yes, because he hit him with it. Yeah. So you could put him up there too, but also like it's probably not all the people that it seems obvious. Like for all we know, it's Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh,
that'd be funny.
That'd be amazing.
I don't think it is. I'm just saying. But so far, it's only been 2 episodes, and I still feel like we're getting just enough.
Yeah. We're just getting to know the characters at a deeper level.
Yes.
At this point. So, and that's enough because we're only day 1 really. This is the first full day of the vacation, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What did you think of the singing, the song by Sritala, and then the number?
That was cool.
Yeah.
And we got to see like that general manager person. He's a little interesting, right? He's like kind of like awkward. How is he the manager?
Yeah,
he doesn't have managerial presence.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And the fact that the ladies were like, "Oh, are you going to be up there?" and he said no, and he's like serious about it.
Yeah.
And then maybe another time, I think
But then he kind of was like, "Oh, he wants to."
I think he wants to. Yeah.
They had him at the end in the little snippet where they do like a little character thing. So I'm like, "Oh, I wonder, like he must be important, or they wouldn't have done that, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so I'm like, what is it about him? And I feel like it's gonna have something to do with his personality, and like he's so unsure of himself, and this can be some type of like proving of himself. So I don't know. And remember, like from season 1, like Armand was like a staff person, and he became very central to the show. So I don't hope we see something more shocking than what we saw.
Oh boy, can't get that out of my head. Yeah, but we are chugging right along. It feels like a good, like really hearty 2 episodes. So
we have more episodes this time, I think.
Oh, do we?
I think so. I think it's normally 6, and I want to say there's 8.
Oh,
but don't quote me on that.
Okay,
but I'm pretty sure.
Well, that would be great. All right. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Please comment, and then we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.